Am I recording? Yes. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Groovy Gold Hunter. And I have not done a pay dirt review in about a week, or at least I haven't recorded one, because I've been trying to do some different stuff with my area. I'm doing two cameras. I got camera A, camera B, camera A, camera B, right there. I got two cameras going at once because I have a special pay dirt that I'm going to do. It's not one, but two. That's right. We got two pay dirts, and this is what I'm calling the pay dirt challenge. The two big companies that have the best return and the best pay dirt out there, according to a lot of folks. So I'm going to pin them against one another. From what I understand, they're also really good friends. So I really do want to pin them against each other, just for fun. In all seriousness, I got two pay dirts. I bought them at the same time. So what I've bought these pay dirts before, but I thought it'd be fun, since I needed pay dirt anyway, to do a challenge against these two pay dirt companies. And I'm talking about GoNuggetSales.com, right there. Voices Vendetta Prospecting. That's right. It's a battle royal. Let's get started. Every time I see their pay dirt, people doing reviews, they always give them one of the best companies that sells pay dirt. They're both pretty close. I just thought it would be fun to buy a 1 gram bag each from each vendor, each company, and test them on everything from the price all the way to how fast it takes them to get it to me, all the way to the gold itself, the pay dirt itself, all that good stuff. So yeah, we're going to start with this guy right here, GoNuggetSales.com. And the reason why is this gentleman had a drawing, a raffle, if you will. Every gram of pay dirt that you would buy from him, he would put your name in a big raffle tub, and you had a chance to win a 1 ounce gold nugget. And I was like, oh man, I gotta buy some pay dirt from him because I want a chance to win that gold nugget. Now, he's already done the contest. I didn't win, so he's already got negative points. This is what he did. This was the actual gold nugget that he was giving away as well. He gave that away, and then he gave 3 pay dirt bags out as well. I think he called it garbage gold or something. I don't know of any gold to be garbage, but yeah. So he actually had 4 winners. I didn't win any of them, but I only had 1 entry because I only bought 1 gram of gold, so you know, it is what it is. So we're going to start off with him. Like I said, I ordered both of these guys at the exact same time, the same night, one right after the other. And I will say, this one did come in first. This one came in the day after. So, I mean, can't give one or the other a point for that. I guess if you were going to get super technical, you give them a point for getting it 1 day earlier. But, you know, that could have been the mailman's fault for all I know. So, we're going to get to classifying this, and we're going to get to panning this. So, yeah, let's get started. All right, guys. So, like I said, I've been doing some work in my garage with my pay dirt area. I've been trying to improve the lighting and just improve all kinds of stuff. And one of the things I wanted to try to do is when I'm doing my classifying, it's always just a shot straight down at the bow. So I added this extra camera for my face view just to see what happens. This is all basically a test. We're going to get started on this pay dirt. First thing we're going to do is open it up and look at it. I guess he would get 1 brownie point because on the back of his pay dirt bags he puts "Many Thanks Heath," and then has a nice description of the pay dirt, and it's unsearched and blah blah blah. Now, as far as how much pay dirt is in here, I would say maybe a pound of pay dirt, not a whole lot. I'll let you look at it right there. So it's about half a bag full. There's the size of the bag right there, really small, but I love that label right there. That's a really cool label. And I have bought White Horse Yukon Gold pay dirt before, so I liked it. So I wanted to buy the 2 best pay dirts that I got from each person, put them up against one another to see who would come out on top in this challenge. I got all the dirt out. There's the bag. There's the dirt. Kind of a brown beige material. A lot of sharp rocks, not river rock. I don't know what these are. It's covered in dirt, so I'm sure once I get it wet, we'll be able to see what kind of rocks it is. But there it is right there. Let's get started on classifying. So you've seen my other videos that I've done previously, and you know that my son made me this adapter for classifying. This thing works wonderfully. There it is right there. Love that he put my logo on it. Makes it pop even better. Did this with a 3D printer. It has helped me so much with classifying as far as dirt and dust and not letting it get all over everything. It's just been a really good help. So we're going to start out with all the green ones. I might do a 1/4 inch or an 1/8 inch. This is a 10 mesh, and we're going to dump. And this stuff is very dry. I already see some organic material in there. I'm probably going to go ahead and get one of my bigger classifiers because there is a lot of big stuff in here. But right now, we're just going to shaky and get all that smaller material down at the bottom. Probably going to have a poof of smoke. No, actually it didn't. Golly, that thing's almost completely full. So I'm going to dump that into this bowl right here, and I'm going to classify it one more time. And this is a 1/4 inch mesh. So I'm just going to do that to get some of those smaller rocks out. This thing is very loud. All right, and that is all I'm doing for that. So I'm going to get one of my bigger bowls because that is bigger rock, bigger material, and I'm going to stick it right there. All right, so we already did the 10 mesh, so this is going to be my plus 10 minus 1/4 inch stuff right here. Get that in there. 10 mesh. Right there. And now we're going to use the 20 mesh. I'm not going to do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I'm going to probably do 10, 20, 40, and 60. And that's it. This is not a whole lot of pay dirt. There's no sense in me doing all of that. So this is still what I have left. I'm going to pour all of that in my 20 mesh. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'll probably just do 20, 40, and then have it rest of it minus 40, and that's it. So already I can tell you I like more pay dirt because it lasts longer. You get a little bit more out of your panning. I understand why these guys do it. They cut costs down on shipping, but still I like more pay dirt. All right, so there's my 20 mesh. Put that back over there. Now we're going to use my 40, and that's it. We'll be done. So that will be the rest of that. I really don't even need to put this top on, but if I want to get real aggressive, I can. That's another reason why I like this adapter. And that should be done. Give it one more quick tap. That is all I'm going to classify it. Yeah, and we're done. There's the rest of it. Let's put it over here, and I will put it all nice and neat on the table, and we will go over what I classified and what we're fixing to pan. Here is all of the pay dirt that we've got separated, and let's start with my 1/4 inch, followed by my plus 10. Then you have my plus 20 mesh. Then you have my plus 40, and all of this is the minus 40. And there it is, 5 classifications. I think we're going to start with that because I'm sure there's no gold in there, and we'll just kind of go around because I think all my gold's going to be in those 3, maybe some in that, but we're going to start with the biggest, then go to the smallest, and then work our way back up because I know there's no gold in that, so I want to go ahead and get that out of the way. So yeah, let's get the panning. All right guys, and welcome to the overhead shot. Yeah, I'm just testing this out to see how I do with this 2 cameras. It's going to be a pain once I go into editing because I got to match this stuff up, so probably won't last long. But I'm trying to mix things up a little. So this is the 1/4 inch stuff, 1/4 inch and everything above. Big rocks. I'm sure they'll show some color once I get all this mud off of it. There is some organic material in there. And there also could be some flower gold stuck to some of these rocks, so I want to make sure I get them nice and clean. So looking at this material, still got a lot of dirt in there, but I don't see too much, if any, quartz in there. Yeah, we'll just pan this stuff off as best I can. Get some of them bigger rocks out. Absolutely no quartz in this whatsoever. Get all these out of here so I can get to the tiny stuff. The stuff that came off of the rocks. See if there's anything in here. Pan this stuff back. Yep, nothing. All right. Well, I mean, I expected that. So let's go ahead and go to the minus 40 stuff. And we'll go ahead and do half and half. Probably could have run my magnet through here, but Yeah, this is going to be a muddy mess, so I'm going to have to pour a few of these into the bucket so I don't have this in there. Alright, let's start panning this stuff, see what we get out of there. Probably could have just dumped the whole thing in there, but wasn't too sure what kind of material I'm dealing with. I'm sure there's some black sands in here, maybe. Stuff's panning off extremely easy, barely even having to pan it, and it's coming right off. So let's do a quick tap. I think there's 2 pieces. Kind of looks like gold. I'm going to suck them up because I think they are gold, but 1, 2 right there. 2 little bitty flakes right there. Suck it up. 1, 2. Now let's pour the rest of that in there. Kind of spread it out this time so it doesn't clump up. Yeah, I think I got this White Horse right when it first come out, but I did enjoy the bag the first time. That's why I went ahead and got this same 1 gram bag the second time, because I think I've done every single one of his 1 gram bags and reviewed them. Maybe I'll get lucky and he accidentally threw that 1 ounce nugget. No, he couldn't have done that because I'd have gotten it by now. And let's get to panning. I do have jet dry in my water. If you notice all the bubbles in my water, I put a lot of jet dry in there. Tap it back. I think that is pyrite. I do not think that is gold. That is definitely pyrite. That is why it flew down as fast as it did. Matter of fact, now that I see there's chunks of pyrite in here, I'm wondering if all this smaller stuff is going to be pyrite. I think maybe this is gold. I don't know if you can see it, but there's about 8 to 10 very fine pieces of flower gold. Baby fly poop. Then there's some kind of silver material in here as well, and I do not like silver material because the last time I had silver material in there in a pay dirt, I sucked it up thinking it was some other kind of metal, and it ended up rusting. Silver, it was a pay dirt that had gold in it, silver in it, all kinds of different stuff, but it also had a metal, some kind of metal. Once it got water on it, it started to rust. It rusted on the silver that I got in the pay dirt, on the gold. It was a nightmare. So anytime I see any kind of non-gold material, I do not suck it up in my snuffer bottle, or I'll use a separate snuffer bottle. So that does it with the minus 40, really not much of anything. And here's my plus 40, minus 20. Not a whole lot in there, so I'm going to dump it all in there. We're going to stratify this real good. I'm sure this is when we start seeing some gold. Some organic material in there as well. Get all that out of there, and let's start panning. Guarantee you there's a lot of heavy magnetic stuff in this that I should have gotten out, but I did not. Being very gentle with it this time, because if there's heavy stuff in here, I don't want it to drag my gold out with it. Alright, that should be enough for that. Let's go ahead and finish it off on the finishing side. Tap it back, get it nice and spread out so I can get this stuff out. Now see, like, there's a piece rolling right there. Maybe this camera will give you a good shot of it. Don't know if you can see in this material right here, but there are pieces of silver. Let me get some more light on it. There's pieces of some silver stuff. I don't know what that is with the gold, and yeah, that's what I was talking about. I don't know if it's corrosive or not. I don't know if it will oxidize or not, but just in case, I don't want it in my pay dirt, so I'm going to try to pan it out. Yeah, there's like 3-4 pieces right there. Alright, so yeah, there's the gold in that one. A bunch. Couldn't even tell you. 30, 35 pieces. Nice gold. Plus 20 stuff right here. Minus 10. Probably shouldn't have done that much. And I forgot. I told you I was going to forget to do the magnetic stuff. I'll do a little bit. Yeah, this dude from GoNuggetSells.com, he does have a YouTube channel. He'll put some stuff on there every now and then, and I've watched a couple of his videos. But the one that, what made me want to do this, he had a video of him going to some creek to do some mining, do some panning, or do something. And the dude from Mike from Vendetta was there as well, and they kind of did a Q&A together. And I did not realize that, you know, Mike actually goes out from Vendetta, actually goes out and gets his own gold, and Mike from Go Nugget Sells does not. He is a gold dealer, where he buys gold from other, I'm guessing other mining companies, and then he resells it, buys nuggets and stuff like that. As far as, well, I could care less if he's a gold, I don't even know what, a gold broker maybe, but I thought he was an actual gold miner. I thought he was like Dave from Gold Bay and Mike from Vendetta, so that surprised me to learn that he was not somebody who goes out there and hunts for gold and prospects for gold and stuff like that. So yeah, I got 2 little pieces out of there. Wasn't even worth showing you. There's the rest of it. But yeah, they did a Q&A thing, and I thought, oh, look at them. Aren't they just good buddies talking about how much gold they're getting and all this and that? I'm going to buy their pay dirt, and I'm going to do a little competition and see who gives me the better bag of pay dirt. All right, let's pan this last bit of 20 mesh. I'll tell you what, this one's going to be a pretty quick review, at least on Gold Nugget sales side, because it's just pretty quick and easy to pan. Yeah, I hear some clinking and a clacking in the bottom of my pan, so I know I got some gold in this one. Pan it back, quick tap. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Is that a piece of pyrite? No, that's just rock. I don't know what that is. Is that just dirty gold? Got a little rust on it? That's one of those silver pieces of whatever. Let me see if that thing's magnetic. There's a gray piece of material right there where my finger is. That's a piece of pyrite right there. Big chunk of pyrite. No, that's not magnetic. So I don't know what that silver stuff is right here. It's like a dark gray material. But I'm pretty sure all of this right here is gold, and I'm going to suck it all up because I'm going to have to look at it when I get it upstairs to make sure I separate the pyrite from the gold. And I want to look at that piece of pyrite too. But there that is. Alright, so we're done with my plus 20, and yeah, let's get to the 10 mesh and we're done. Alright, let's get started on this stuff right here. It's time for you, Vendetta. That's going to be tough to beat Vendetta, because those nuggets, he came through with them nuggets. Okie dokie, Vendetta prospecting next. Got the bigger bag. Definitely a lot more pay dirt in this. I would say double of what Gold Nugget Sales had. So I'd say around 2 pounds of pay dirt in this. It's got the clear side just like the other one did as well. And let's pour it in. Dry, just like Gold Nugget. Theirs was dry as well. This one's a lot more sandy. Yeah, that's what I do like about the clear bags. You can look to see if there's any kind of dirt or stuff stuck in those little crevices. Round rocks, looks like river rocks. Actually looks like beach sand, to be honest with you. Let's get to classifying it. And I think we'll do it the same way we did the last one. I did 5 on the Gold Nugget Sales, so let's see how many we can get away with doing on this one. So this is a 1/4 inch. Woo! Oh, very dusty. And not really worth doing the 1/4 inch because there's only like a few rocks. So there's the 1/4 inch. All right, now we're going to classify the 10 mesh. Get my cap ready because it's going to get real dusty real quick. Let's do half and half. This shouldn't take very long either because this is more coarse. So there is all of my 10 mesh. Let me get that all tapped around and we're done with the 10 mesh. I'm going to go to my 20 mesh and then we'll look at it after that because I might have to go to 60. I'm not sure yet. There's my 20 mesh right there. Now, I've still got a lot, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the 40. I'm going to have to kind of sneak away because that dust is getting right in my face. Giving me a headache. Yeah, a lot more 40 mesh material. And get the rest of that in there and then we'll be done with my 40 mesh. No kidding, that was a lot. And That will be all of the 40 mesh. There's still quite a bit in there. So I'm gonna do one extra. I'll do my 60 mesh just because it's got a lot more dirt in there. Shake this up real good and then we'll be done. We're done with classifying, and now let's see what we got. Starting with my 1/4 inch, followed by my 10 mesh, 20 mesh, 40 mesh, 60 mesh, and all that's minus 60. So yeah, this time I had to do 6 classes. Twice the dirt, so makes sense. Not as much big material though. I mean, there's barely enough rocks. I don't even really have to do anything with that. I can look in it right now and tell you there's no gold in it, but we're gonna start with that. We're gonna do it the exact same way I did the gold nugget cells. We're going to start with the biggest, then go to the smallest, and work our way back up. Yeah, let's get the panning. All right, so we're back on the overhead shot and the live heat shot. Not really live, I'm taping, so I don't see how it could be live. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm not going to be able to finish this tonight because it is already like 1 o'clock in the morning, but let's go ahead and get a look at this, get it wet, get it out of the way. So yeah, like I was saying, very sandy-like material. It's not going to be near as dirty as the other one. No mud in it, just mostly sand stuff. But I am interested to see what these rocks look like. Looks like there is some quartz in here. No gold. I'm looking for quartz. That's a piece of quartz right there. Because I like to keep my quartz and I like to crush it later. 99.9% of the time that I crush quartz, there's nothing in it. Every now and then I do get a small little bitty piece of gold, so I like to pull it out just in case. Yeah, I got all the quartz out. I'm gonna go ahead and pan this off real fast. No go. Now let's get into business. So might just do 1 or 2 pans of this, but guess what I'm definitely going to do? I'm going to run my magnet through it because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of magnetic material. Oh yeah, I can hear it. Barely even put it over the top and it's already collecting. So watch this. This is going to be a lot. Oh goodness gracious, look at that. My magnet has a fro. Oh, that is so cool. Look at that. All right, now this I can show you. Look at that. Is that not so cool to see? It looks like a microphone. The other thing about this stuff is how much blonde sands it picked up when I did that. That's what was sucked up on there, but look at all the blonde sands. So if I do this, it's going to pick up all that magnetic material, but it's not going to pick up a lot of those sands. So I'm going to have to go through that several times. Here's all that magnetic material, and I mean, it just picks it up immediately. That's how you miss gold too, because some of that gold might be trapped in that dirt. But look how much dirt it picked up when I pulled that black sands out. That's insane. I hope y'all enjoyed that as much as I did. All right, let's get back to panning now. We're going to go ahead and we're going to just shake some in there. This is a tester more than anything, because I want to see, number one, if there's any gold in this, and number two, what kind of material we're dealing with. And here we go. Immediately start seeing black sands. Tap it back. Oh yeah, we got some flour gold. Some super fine flour gold. And there's already some on the other side, so I'm going to re-stratify and try to pan off some more of that stuff. And then I'm going to go to my bigger pan because I want to use my finisher on that. So I'll go ahead and show you that. A little bit of flour gold, but there's some more on this side that I need to clean up as well. So let me suck this up first. There's what I missed. Let me suck those little turds up. So this one's definitely going to take me a lot longer to pan because there's flour gold in it. The first one did not have any flour gold. What flour gold was in there, it was obviously accidental flour gold. It was just probably something that came with the pay dirt. You know, when they tell you that they give you unsearched pay dirt, or what they're doing is they're giving you dirt that's in their claim or whatever, and they pile it all up together in one thing, and then they get a little scoop. The odds of you getting any gold in a little bitty scoop in a big old pile of pay dirt is 1 in a million. Dave from Go Bay did a video on that, talking about unsearched pay dirt. People talking about unsearched pay dirt. It's it's a ruse. All their pay dirt's pretty much searched, and if they aren't searching their pay dirt, then they're getting it from an area that's got very little gold in a large amount of dirt. I hope that made sense, because I'm not really good at explaining things. All right, I want to try my bigger pan, and we'll do this on one pan because I don't like this and this about it, but I love this about it because it cleans the gold up so much nicer. But I don't like how big it is for what I'm doing. If I was out in the field and I was at a river or a creek panning gold, that's one thing, but I'm panning at home, so I don't need a pan this big to do what I'm doing, which is why I always use that one. I always use that one because it's just works for me. It's the very first pan I bought. That's how I trained myself to pan and just got used to it, and I prefer it. When I was talking about I like that pan, it's because I don't trust these ripples. I'm just not used to them. I know people like using these ripples. I'm always hesitant using these ripples because I'm always afraid that gold's just gonna just jump right over the ripples. Now this is what I don't like about this pan, is how big it is. And I've got a lot to pan back. So yeah, when I'm panning this sand back, I got a lot of water that I have to use to get this black sand to come back. And that's where that smaller pan comes in much handier. The good thing about this pan is the color. It's a light green. It's harder to see yellow gold, but it's easier to see black sands. And then it's the opposite with that darker green. It's easier to see the gold, but harder to see the black sand. So what do, you know? All right, so I think I got all the sand out that I can. I'm gonna tap all that gold so you can see it. There's my gold. There's all my black sands, but like I said, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of gold, maybe more than that I couldn't see when I was panning it back. So I'm gonna suck this up. I'll probably cut for the night and then start back in tomorrow, but after each pan I do, I'll show you the end results because it'll take me hours to get this -60 stuff panned down and show you the gold. So all right, it is the next day, and let's continue with the -60. It's my last day of panning before I have to go back to work. Here we go. I forgot. I stopped last night, and I forgot that I said I wasn't going to sit there and pan all this stuff and record it. I was just going to do the end and show you the results. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one. And then I'll stop recording and then just show you the end results. So let's go ahead and finish it off real quick. Tap it back. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, I was like, oh my God, how did I not get any gold out of that? There it is, right there. And there goes all the gold with it. I need to learn that new tapping technique where you tap from the side instead of from the front or from the back, because apparently that separates your gold a lot easier. I saw it on a video once. I need to practice that. I'm going to suck all that up. It's hard to get all this at once. I'm going to have to repan it because, man, this gold is so small. Let me pan some of this stuff off. I'll finish this off and just keep doing that 60 mesh, and I'll show you the end results. So I'm almost finished with this. Let's get some of this sand out of there. There's the majority of it right there. I'm going to go ahead and suck all that up. And I've got one more pan full of this -60, and then we can move on. I just got that much left, so I'll do that in the next pan. This is the final bit of that -60. Took me forever to pan that stuff out, but we got it done. So let's go ahead and pan this back. Give it a quick tap. I should have a lot of gold in this because I put a lot of dirt, more than I wanted to, but yeah, I'm keep having to get some of these sands out, but the gold's going with it. So I know there's some gold. Oh, there's a piece right there. There's a couple little bitty small pieces of gold in there, but there it is. Yeah, there it is. And suck that up, repan it, and we're finally done with that 60. Boy, I just sucked that up and just spit it right back out. Repan this, and then we'll move on to the +60 -40. All right, so we're back with the 60 +60 -40 right here. First things first, we'll get the magnetic material out. Not as much as I thought there would be. Nowhere near as much as that first one. Run it through one more time, and I'm going to get all the sand that got caught up with the magnetic material out. So there's all my non-magnetic stuff right there. And now we're going to start panning my plus 60. This should be easier to pan. Hopefully it's easier to pan. I'm going to go ahead and just put a little in there. A little bit of dirt, not a whole lot. It should be just a one dumper. A little bit of organic material. But yeah, this is like I said, it looks like beach sand. So let's go ahead and pan it off. Yeah, that stuff's panning off super fast. Take it to my finishing side. Oh yeah, much easier than that first batch. Tap it. There's the old gold. Uh-oh, we got some sparkly things in there. Looks like we got some hematite and or some mica, and it's gold colored. Because then you start questioning what you're doing is gold, or what you're panning back is gold, or if it's that hematite stuff. Alright, so there's my first batch right there. Good look at it. You can see that little black sand. I'm going to get that out of there while I can see it, and we'll suck that up. We're back on both. So yeah, this is the second pan of the plus 60 minus 40. Very easy to pan out. I mean, it's just fast, quick, boom, boom, boom. I'm almost able to get every bit of that sand out. I can see the gold in there, which I'm being careful now because I don't want it to fall out. But at the same time, I want that sand out. All right, let's pan it back. That one did much better, a lot easier. The only bad part about having blonde sands, well, it's not the only part, but it's the biggest part about having blonde sands, is you can't tell the difference between the sands and the gold because it's the same color. Like, that's a floating piece of gold because I stuck my finger in there and got oil in my pan. That is a thing, and I do it all the time because I never wear gloves, and I should. I can still see black sands in there. I can see that gold's wanting to take off and come to the other side, so I'm just going to have to repan it. So there it is, more gold. Got some black sands in there, but we'll clean that up later. One thing that I've learned how to do to try to separate some of the finer sands is to blow water on the gold and push it up against this edge here, and that sometimes will blow that sand out and away from the gold. Ugh, what a pain. I almost put the whole thing in there, but the last time I did that, it was way too much dirt, so we'll do half and half. Maybe I should put some gloves on too, Heath. You ever thought about that? I've got gloves, I just don't put them on. Well, Michael Jackson it. I'll just put one on. Boom. That way if I put my grubby hands in there, which I will, hopefully the gold won't float away. All right, here we go. Pan this back. There's all my heavies. This one panned back a lot better than that last one. Yeah, the sands are separating a lot better, probably because I put some more jet dry in there. There's that little batch of gold right there. I should be able to fly through the rest of this pay dirt because this is, again, the plus 60 minus 40, and it's very easy to pan off, so I'm sure that bigger material will be even easier. So as I pan it back, there's some big chunks of black sand or something. That's as good as I'm going to get it on this little round. I'll clean it up later, like I said. And there it is, the final bit of flour of my plus 60. And we are done with that. And we are going to move on to the plus 40 minus 20. That's what I did. Plus 40 minus 20. Be right back. All right, and as we get ready for the plus 40 minus 20 material right here, I'm going to put my magnet in there. I do want to remind you guys to please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button. Doesn't cost you a dime. It costs me all kinds of money because I keep buying this stuff, but that's okay because I like doing this anyway. I'm a solo act doing a solo job with my solo glove. Thank you guys that have subscribed. I really do appreciate it. Enough of that jibber jab. This is the plus 40. To be honest, I hate asking people to subscribe. I feel like I don't have the right to ask people to subscribe. I don't know. It's so weird when you do YouTube channels, because I have another channel. I do the same thing. I ask people to please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the like button and the share button. Every time you do, it helps out my channel. It doesn't cost you anything. Please, please, please. And you don't realize how many channels are out there and how many people do the exact same thing that I'm doing. There's millions of channels out there, and every single one of them says hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share button. Because even when I watch other YouTube videos, I get tired of hearing it too. See that gold looking material right there? That is not gold. That is hematite and or mica. I'm still not sure which is which, but that is gold, and that is rolling from my pan. Look, it's like a little roly-poly gold. So yeah, there's the first little batch right there. 3, 6, 9, 12 pieces of gold. I'll do a big one this time because I'm not going to sit here and drag this out. Look at that. I dumped the whole thing in there. Shouldn't have, but I did. Yeah, the last two that I have, there's not much in those. This was the most, the minus 60 and the plus 60 was the most of the pay dirt. So this stuff shouldn't take long at all. Probably shouldn't have done that now that I think about it, because these other two that I have right there, there's just not much in those. Those are probably one pan each as well. So yeah, anytime you put way too much dirt in your pan it out a little bit at a time and then re-stratify. But see, all that sand that was in there, it pans out really quick. So not much sand left in this, which means there's not a whole lot of gold in this either. Like, not much at all. Tap it, bring it back. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 15 pieces of gold right there. Suck it up, and now we're going to my 20 mesh stuff. And yeah, we only got 2 more to go and we're done. So now we're on my plus 20 minus 10. We'll do half and half. All right, pan it back, and there is a few pieces of gold right there. 3, 6, 9, 12 pieces of gold right there. Now let's finish it off. The 20. Should have just dumped the whole thing. There wasn't that much left, but there it is. 4 little bitty pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are done with the 20. Yeah, I'm going to look at my bottle here because it just doesn't look like a whole lot. It looks like about a half a gram. Yeah, we better get some stuff in this last one because there's not a whole lot in there either. Look, that's it. Just that little amount right there. See what we get out of this, because there's not much left. So I do see one piece of gold in there that keeps poking its head out, and it might be the only piece in there, because I don't see any more. I just keep seeing that one piece. Last panning it back. See what we got. Yep, one piece of gold. And it's a fat one. Good Lord, look at the size of that little nugget right there. Boom. We'll call it a clinker. It's not exactly a clunker, but there it is in my hand. All right, so that's it, guys. Just like that, the battle is over. Okay, so we're done with both of the pay dirts. I'm going to dry them out, take them upstairs, weigh them, do all that stuff. Okay, we are up in my room. The gold is dry, and let's take a look at both of them and see what we got. All right, so we're going to start out with goldnuggetsales.com. Now that's what I pulled out. And then here is Vendetta, right there. Look at the difference in the color. One of them's more yellow. That one's a little darker. There's that one, there's that one. A lot of flour gold, but one nice big chunky nugget right there. This one has 3, not that one, but yeah, 1, 2, 3 nice pieces of gold. A lot more flour gold, a lot less flour gold, but bigger chunky nuggets. Let's look at it with the camera. Okay, starting with Gold Nugget Sales. We're gonna zoom in. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's just a big black rock. I don't know. I might have to get my microscope out and see if I can't look at that. Because looking at it through this, it doesn't look like pyrite. Now look at that though. Look at all that pretty gold. Clean. But those 2 black rocks right there, not sure what that is. Alright, and then here is Vendetta's. Got some black sands in there that I need to clean out. But yeah, pretty gold. It's got a different types of gold in there too. You can see some shiny material, and then you can see some darker material, like that nugget right there. It's got a lot of gunk on it. But yeah, see how it's all different? Interesting. Alright, let me clean this up a little bit and then we'll do the weigh-in. Now that we have gotten a good look at the gold, now it's time for the big one, the weigh-in, to see how much gold we got out of each bag. And we're going to start out with GoldNuggetSales.com because that's the one we did first. So tear it out. We are at 0. And this is the Gold Nugget Cells. There's 0.69. We have 1.078. So there's that one. I gotta write that down. I'll forget it as soon as I say it. I'll forget it. I better write that down just in case. Now it's time for Vendetta. Oh, it's already zeroed out. Let's zero it out anyway. Now let's put this flour gold with the one big chunky piece of gold in there. A lot of flour gold. And, oh, 1.060. Looks like we have a victory for Gold Nugget Sales because they gave me 17 thousandths of a gram more than Vendetta. So Gold Nugget Sales won on the weigh-in, and they also won on how pretty the gold is, because I'll go ahead and tell you right now, that gold that I got from Gold Nugget Sales is very shiny, very clean. We'll go ahead and get on the gold calculator and we'll get a price on both and a ROI on both. So yeah, let's go over there right now. Alright, so we're going to start with Gold Nugget Sales. We got from Gold Nugget Sales 1.078 grams of gold. We're going to call it 24 karat natural placer gold, and plus that stuff looked like it was 24 karat anyway. Gold prices right now, November 6th, is $1975.36. Calculate $68.46. We'll go ahead and, since we're in the gold calculator, we'll do Vendettas. Vendetta, we got 1.0, whoops, I wish we got 10 grams. 1.060, $67.32. So very small difference, $1.14 difference in that. So let's go to the percentage calculator because this is going to make a big difference too. The reason why is, and we'll start again with Gold Nugget Sales. I paid $74.90 for that bag of gold, 91.4%. That's awesome. And now for Vendetta, $67.32. This one I paid more. Paid $4.10 more. $79 is what I paid for that. Calculate that. 85.2% return on that. So 6% difference. So Gold Nugget Sales wins on the ROI. Alright, so I'm going to go here because I was looking to show you guys what I got. This is what I got from them. The White Horse Yukon Gold Pay Dirt. That's 1 gram right there. And I was like, all right, I'll go to Vendetta. Oh, Pay Dirt shop is closed for the winter. I did not know that. So yeah, they're closed. They're not selling. They're not doing anything. So I guess I caught them just in time. That's weird. There you go. Okay, that does it. Wow, how would I rate these two? I don't really care. It was just for fun. I'm not rating one against the other. They're both really good pay dirts. I like both. I buy both of them a lot. So even though I would give the edge to GoldNuggetSales.com, I gotta give props to Vendetta because Vendetta actually goes and gets their own gold, and Gold Nugget Sales, they don't. If I had to give a winner, I would say Gold Nugget Sales just because there was more gold, it was prettier, I got more return on investment. But Vendetta had more pay dirt. It took longer to pan, which gave me more time to pan, which made it more fun for me. Yeah, I got a combination of flour and flake and nugget with Vendetta versus Gold Nugget Sales, just pretty much flake and pickers. But again, I'm just comparing the two. They're both great. I enjoyed both of them. I got my gram guaranteed on both of them, so they're both great. You're both great. You're both wonderful. I am shocked, though, that Vendetta closes during the winter. I did not know that. That does it for this double review of the Vendetta Prospecting and the Gold Nugget Sales 1 gram bag. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing their pay dirt, as I always do. I can't see anything right now. I'm looking at my camera and it's just a blur. I'm half blind. I can see you now. Have a good one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on my next review. Peace and love. Bye.